All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Chakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone taught us his truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing his word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening. To you we say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. We are the brothers from the GMS Chicago camp. I'm the brother Khadashia.
The brother Rapaya.
And we just wanted to get into this quick, short, edifying lesson. You know, Lord willing, we get straight to the point. And, basically what we wanted to get into is this Philippians 2:12. And it says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." And this is something that we should be applying since we came into this truth, but especially now, man, as we see things bumping up, we should be abounding in the work of the Lord, working out our salvation with fear and trembling, man. This isn't time to be slacking around, not doing anything, getting all relaxed, kicking your feet up, letting your hair down. Nah, man. It says now much more in my absence, man. It's not about you're just following orders because a brother's telling you to do something. And you got to follow those orders when brothers aren't around. What are you doing when brothers aren't around, man? What are you doing when older brothers aren't getting on your ass to do something, man? Are you getting on your ass to do something? Are you making lessons? Are you doing your things that are required from you within your camp, or for whatever position you are within your camp, man? You have to do these things, man, and you have to do them willingly, man. It's not just about, okay, Khan Salaki, and that's it, man. That shit is not working anymore, man.
Right, because disobedience is the sin of witchcraft. You got to want to do these things. You see? We're here to teach others that will be able to do the same, you know what I mean? And replicate the same breakdown, the same blueprint, if you will. We can't keep babysitting Jake. You know what I'm saying? Jake is supposed to grow in this thing.
Yup.
Otherwise, you're going to end up doing your own thing.
Yup.
You see?
Hey, and brothers always say it, man, especially Apostle Tahar. Hey, you have to grow in this thing, man. It's not just about being stagnant and just doing nothing and just relaxing all the time. It says, I'm going to get that scripture you mentioned. This is 1 Samuel 15:22. And Samuel said, "Has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams." See, the Lord ultimately, what he just wants you to do is just listen, man. Hearken. All right? Obedience is better than sacrifice, man. Here it is. Hey, you're making all these lessons. You're doing all these things, right? But when it comes to following orders, you're going completely the fuck off, man.
When you're alone.
Right.
Because you're on point when there's someone watching you, someone around you. But no, you got to be on point when it's just the Lord watching you. You see the invisible power, watching you. You got to take heed of these things, man. Acknowledge these things. It's not just about when you're being around brothers so you could be seen of men doing the right thing.
Right.
No, it's when you're not around these men. Are you still being an Israelite inwardly? Are you still having the fear of the Lord? This is the third book of John, chapter 1, verse 4. "I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth." All right? So, hey, it's plain. That's plain, man. The Lord wants to know that you're walking in this truth, man. All right? The Lord gets the report every day. We have an angel with us all the time. All right? Reporting on the good and the bad that we do, man. All right? So keep that in mind. You're being watched, man. You are being watched from on high. You see? So be the Lord's delight. Do what is required of us, man. This is our reasonable service. This is what's going to get us to grow and water the next brother, man. You see? You got to continue to grow in these things. You got to understand what we're a part of. You see? We're about about our Father's business. All right? You have a part in this now. All right? You have an office.
Mm-hmm.
You got to acknowledge these things, man, and step it up.
Yep.
Without brothers telling you to step it up. You should know already, man. You see?
It says, 2 Chronicles 19:6, and said to the judges, take heed what ye do, for ye judge not for man, but for the Lord, who is with you in judgment. So you have to take heed what you're doing, man. What you gotta pay attention. What are you doing in your everyday life, man? You gotta start paying attention to your habits, the things that you do, because a lot of brothers, hey, they be having a lot of free time, and you be using that time of leisure instead of getting more wise and gaining more wisdom and taking heed to the things that we're supposed to do. They're taking that leisure and using it for bullshit, man.
For something that's unprofitable, worldly things. You know this Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 38:24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. So it'll show, man. It'll show. You'll labor in this truth, and you'll get the fruits real quick. You see, but it's gonna show who's actually taking the time when they do have free time and using it up for the truth, for the word, man. All right, and not being on your phone and playing games and watching videos or movies and shit like that, watching bullshit. All right, it's important to set time to the side for the Lord, man. All right.
Yup.
And you'll feel so much better. Then you want to do your folly. Then you want to do everything first. The Lord's work comes first, man. Do that first. Get that out of the way first.
That's right.
You see, considering the flock, man, that they want to be fed. There's brothers watching your specific channel.
Yup.
That is waiting for the next one, the next one, and the next one, and you're over here procrastinating, bullshitting. Damn. All right, while the flock is getting hungry, man.
Yup. Man, that's the spirit, because I just made a lesson about that, right? Hey, you get hungry too, right? You want to be fed too. When you get hungry, you start getting hungry and shit. You want the best food. Well, guess what? There's brothers out there that want to be fed by you, man. And guess what? It says, he that has little business shall become wise.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all don't have a lot of business, man.
Yeah.
There be brothers that have kids, wives, jobs, multiple things. Hey, the first brother I'm thinking of is not Azakia. That brother has so many things on his plate. Still has the time to do all this, man. Still has the time to do so many things in the truth, man.
For the Lord, yeah.
Yes. And then there be younger brothers, right? Younger brothers that have little business, that have absolutely don't even have a job, don't have nothing to do, and are slacking every day, man. Don't even be doing their duties, man. Are you really working on your salvation with fear and trembling? Are you actually being quickened by the Spirit of the Lord? Do you actually fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man? You got to take heed to yourself, man. What are you doing? You're judging for the Lord. You're not judging for a man. You're not doing these lessons for Apostle Tahar and so on and so forth. You're not doing this to show them that you're doing your things. Nah, man, you're doing this because you're working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Hey, Apostle Tahar said it. His word can't save you, man. Apostle Tahar can't save us. The apostles can't save us. Why do you think they go so hard on us to do this work, man? To work out our salvation with fear and trembling. To be apt to teach. All right? To do this work. To be out there on the streets, man. Why do you think they're so hard on us to go out there and teach, man? Because their work can't save us and our work can't save them, man. You got to stop bullshitting, man.
God.
Hey, so with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Chakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, the great millstone taught us the truth. Shalom and Abba Ball.
Baba Ball.